Hello and welcome to quiz class. Today we have 100 questions on general knowledge. Let's take a look at our quiz class awards. And of course, let us know how you rank in the comments at the end. And our today's lineup: tourism terrain, engaging entertainment, precise past, movie magic, sport support, and powerful people. So let's begin with tourism terrain. When pilot James Crawford Angel took off on November 18, 1933, in search of deposits of valuable ore, the world got a new record. Through which country did he fly? Venezuela, Mexico, or Chile? Venezuela. Only 2 U.S. state capitals are named after women. One is Annapolis. What is the name of the other capital? Columbia, Juneau, or Augusta? Augusta. Which island, the 27th largest in the world and the 6th largest in Canada, is considered the largest uninhabited island in the world? Devonian, Cambrian, or Permian? It shares its name with the Paleozoic period. Devonian. If one part of the population calls it Good Hope and the other just Cape, in which city are we? Salvador, Tangier, or Nuuk? Nuuk. Which capital city is the hometown of one of the greatest chess players of all time? Garry Kasparov. Riga, Tashkent, or Baku? Baku. Saint Genevieve is the patron saint of one of the most populous European cities. Which one? Madrid, Paris, or Rome? Paris. In which state did Anna Leonowens work as a governess from 1862 to 1867? Vietnam, Siam, or Burma? Siam. Which country has 3 official languages? Spanish, Portuguese, and French? Equatorial Guinea, the Philippines, or Belgium? Equatorial Guinea. Peter the Great and the Tatar Strait are parts of which Eastern Sea? The Mediterranean, the Greenland Sea, or the Sea of Japan? The Sea of Japan. Which group of islands is home to the only species of penguin that lives above the equator? Galapagos, Canary, or Hawaii? Galapagos. Which metropolis is often not visible from the top of the mountain because of the clouds that some call the tablecloth? Cape Town, Queenstown, or Rio de Janeiro? Cape Town. Which is the most populous landlocked country in the world? Mongolia, Switzerland, or Ethiopia? Ethiopia. Which atoll got its name due to the fact that it is equally away from both continental Asia and the west coast of the United States? Midway, halfway, or between? Midway. If Port Said is at the northern end, which city is at the southern end? Cairo, Suez, or Istanbul? Suez. The largest national park in the world, which is larger than 30 countries in the world, belongs to which country? Brazil, Canada, or Denmark? Denmark. And let's move over to engaging entertainment. Which 1945 novel was printed in some editions with the title A Contemporary Satire? Animal Farm, 1984, or Don Quixote? Animal Farm. The plot of which novel takes place between October 2nd and December 21st, 1872? War and Peace, Around the World in 80 Days, or Pride and Prejudice? Around the World in 80 Days. What is the name of the unusual researcher for whom Devil's Thriller is the only piece he knows how to play on his signature instrument? Dylan Dog, Sherlock Holmes, or Scooby-Doo? Dylan Dog. What two adjectives describes Salford, Lancashire in Ewan MacColl's 1949 song, If We Know the Song Has Been Made Famous by Numerous Covers? Grey and Grimy, Gritty and Smoggy, or Dirty and Old? Dirty and Old. In a novel published in 1940, who traveled 400 miles from Scotland to Yorkshire on foot? Mrs. Danvers, Frodo Baggins, or Lassie? Lassie. What do Alexandra Brutea, Tamara Rojo, Alina Kohokaru, and Natalia Osipova do if we know that Edgar Degas painted their colleagues about 1,500 times? Opera singers, ballet dancers, or fashion models? Ballet dancers. In which futuristic TV series from the turn of the millennium did Al Gore, or at least one part of him, have a recurring guest role? Futurama, Battlestar Galactica, or Stargate SG-1? Futurama. Which saint is considered the patron saint of comedians? This is due to the legend according to which during his martyrdom he told his torturers, Turn me over, this side is finished. Saint Sebastian, Saint Francis, or Saint Lawrence? Saint Lawrence. He completed Rudolphine Tables, and with the literary storm Somnium, he became the founder of the literary genre of science fiction. Who is he? Johannes Kepler, Isaac Newton, or Galileo Galilei? Johannes Kepler. The Clash have London Calling, and Paul Kalkbrenner has Berlin Calling. Whose call sang Falco? Salzburg Calling, Vienna Calling, or Paris Calling? Vienna Calling. What are the members of the group OK Go Dancing on in the cult music video for the song Here It Goes Again? Trampolines, roller skates, or treadmills? Treadmills. From which reality show with 16 main seasons and numerous spin-offs is the proverb sashay away? RuPaul's Drag Race, America's Next Top Model, or The Bachelor? RuPaul's Drag Race. Joe E. Tata was the metaphorical dad to the characters in which teen series from the 90s where he played the owner of Peach Pie? Beverly Hills 90210, Saved by the Bell, or Dawson's Creek? Beverly Hills 90210. Robert Webb and David Mitchell did a number of skits together, but they are perhaps best known for the sitcom in which they played dysfunctional characters, Friends, Jezzo and Marco. What's the name? The Office, The It Crowd, or Peep Show? Peep Show. What is the name of the famous British design show hosted by Kevin MacLeod? Grand Designs, Love Your Garden, or Escape to the Country? Grand Designs. And let's move to precise past. In Greek mythology, Argus is a 100-eyed giant who was a servant of the goddess Hera. When he died, she put his eyes on the tail of what animal as a sign of gratitude? Horse, ostrich, or peacock? The peacock. Women were not allowed to compete in the ancient Olympic Games. At which modern Olympics were women allowed to compete for the first time? 1898 Athens, 1900 Paris, or 1904 St. Louis? (1900) Paris. It has been called Istanbul since 1453. From 330 to 1453, it was called Constantinople. What was it called from its founding, approximately 660 BC to 330 AD? Troy, Ephesus, or Byzantium? Byzantium. What is the nickname of a kid born with the name Henry McCarty? Billy the Kid, Tommy the Kid, or Bobby the Kid? Billy the Kid. What was the name of Horatio Nelson's admiral ship on which he lost his life at Trafalgar in 1805? Admiral's Glory, HMS Victory, or Triumph? HMS Victory. Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin are the only ones in history who managed to do what? Hijack Air Force One, rob Fort Knox, or escape from Alcatraz? Escape from Alcatraz. Which important politician from the period of the French Revolution was killed by a Girondin woman with a knife as he laid in the bath recovering from a skin disease? Jean-Paul Marat, Maximilien Robespierre, or Georges Danton? Jean-Paul Marat. From 1952, when she passed away, until 1955, the Argentinian city of La Plata was named after which woman? Isabel Perón, Eva Perón, or Eva Duarte? Eva Perón. What color is the name of the pyramid built by Pharaoh Snofru, the third of Egypt's pyramids by size? It is considered the first perfect pyramid. Red, yellow, or orange? Red. What is the name of the conference held at an estate in Washington, D.C. in 1944, at which the USA, UK, USSR, and China made a plan for the establishment of the United Nations? Bretton Woods Conference, Potsdam Conference, or Dumbarton Oaks Conference? Dumbarton Oaks Conference. The body of which kidnapped Italian politician and former prime minister was found in the trunk car after the government rejected the demands of the Red Brigade's terrorist group? Matteo Renzi, Aldo Moro, or Silvio Berlusconi? Aldo Moro. In which war did the so-called Christmas truce take place? British, French, and German soldiers entered no man's land, exchanged greetings, stories, and souvenirs, and played football. World War I, World War II, or Vietnam? World War I. Which Greek historiographer did Cicero call the father of history because he was the first to use the word historia, in the meaning of inquiry? Thucydides, Herodotus, or Xenophon? Herodotus. Against which empire did the League of Cognac fight? The Ottoman Empire, the Roman Empire, or the Persian Empire? The Ottoman Empire. Who is the oldest person in history to get a passport because France does not allow anyone to enter the country without it? Queen Victoria, Napoleon Bonaparte, or Ramses II? Ramses II. And let's move over to movie magic. Which movie from 1955, along with Billy Wilder's The Lost Weekend from 1945, managed to win the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Festival in addition to the Oscar for Best Picture? Parasite, Picnic, or Marty? Marty. Queen's albums, A Day at the Races and A Night at the Opera, were named after movies of which comedians who are closely related? The Marx Brothers, the Smothers Brothers, or the Three Stooges? The Marx Brothers. Which actor born in Canada had his most famous role in movies set in 1885, 1955, and 1985 and 2015? Ryan Reynolds, Jim Carrey, or Michael J. Fox? Michael J. Fox. In which U.S. state is the Sundance Film Festival held every January? Utah, California, or New York? Utah. Question 50. What is the nationality of Abbas Kiarostami, winner of the Palme d'Or in 1997 for the film Taste of Cherry? French, Iranian, or Romanian? Iranian. Lester Burnham is an ordinary guy with nothing to lose. What movie could we announce with this sentence? The Shawshank Redemption, Fight Club, or American Beauty? American Beauty. What title connects H.C. Andersen's fairy tale and the Oscar-nominated film by Powell and Pressburger from 1948? Cinderella, The Nutcracker, or The Red Shoes? The Red Shoes. In which film does the director, in a complex narrative structure, show 5 different versions of the same incident, in this case murder? Rashomon, Memento, or Pulp Fiction? Rashomon. Which 2-time Academy Award winner played the title role in the 1994 movie The Next Karate Kid if she later won an Oscar in sports drama? Hilary Swank, Natalie Portman, or Reese Witherspoon? Hilary Swank. Which Terry Gilliam's 1995 film with Bruce Willis is actually a remake of the short experimental film La Jetée by Chris Marker from 1962? 12 Monkeys, The Fifth Element, or Armageddon? 12 Monkeys. Fletcher Christian is the leader of a mutiny on a ship, Bounty. Mel Gibson played that character in 1984, Marlon Brando in 1962, and who played him in 1935? Humphrey Bogart, Errol Flynn, or Clark Gable? Clark Gable. The Fellowship of the Ring achieved great successes in cinemas in 2001. But it is only the second highest grossing movie that year because the first film from which franchise appeared in the same year? The Matrix, Harry Potter, or Star Wars? Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. What is the name of the robot cat from the 22nd century from the manga created by Fujio in the late 1960s? Garfield, Doraemon, or Gundam? Doraemon. In Hawks's 1953 film Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, the blonde was played by Marilyn Monroe. What other sex symbol with dark hair played in that movie? Jane Russell, Audrey Hepburn, or Grace Kelly? Jane Russell. Which pirate's treasure are the Goonies looking for? Blackbeard's treasure, Captain Hook's treasure, or One-Eyed Willie's treasure? One-Eyed Willie's treasure. And let's move over to sport support. In the car of which team Ayrton Senna had a fatal accident in Imola in 1994? McLaren, Williams, or Ferrari? Williams. From which hill of the Four Hills Tournament Tour do skiers jump on New Year? Garmisch, Partenkirchen, Innsbruck, or Oberstdorf? Garmisch, Partenkirchen. How many players does one team have on the field in Sepak Takraw? 4, 3, or 6? Three. Question 64. In which athletic discipline did Ralph Boston in 1960 beat 25-year-old world record of the legendary Jesse Owens? In the high jump, the 100 meters, or the long jump? The long jump. Which boxer, nicknamed the Black Bomber, held the title of World Heavyweight Boxing Champion, remaining undefeated in period from 1937 to 1949? Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, or George Foreman? Joe Louis. How many black dots on a white background are on the targets that biathletes shoot in each shooting series? 3, 7, or 5? Five. What is the name of the famous stadium in Gothenburg where the UEFA Euro final was played in 1992 and the World Championship in Athletics was held in 1995? Levi Stadium, Friends Arena, or Tele2 Arena? Levi or Levi Stadium. Which NHL club under the captaincy of Joe Sakic won the Stanley Cup in 1996 in their first season after moving from Quebec? The Montreal Canadiens, the Toronto Maple Leafs, or the Colorado Avalanche? The Colorado Avalanche. Question 69. Which small town in California hosts the first ATP tennis tournament every March, marking the start of the Masters 1000 series season? Palm Springs, Indian Wells, or Santa Barbara? Indian Wells. The Crucible Theatre in Sheffield, England, has been the permanent venue for the World Championship in which sport since 1977? Snooker, tennis, or table tennis? Snooker. In the non-contact team sport officially called Ultimate, what prop do players try to catch in the opponent's goal zone? A cricket ball, a frisbee, or a volleyball? A frisbee. What sport did brothers Dave and Mark Schultz play? Their story was depicted in the movie Foxcatcher. Football, tennis, or wrestling? Wrestling. Which British playboy was Michael Schumacher's playmate at Ferrari from 1996 to 1999? Eddie Irvine, Nigel Mansell, or Damon Hill? Eddie Irvine. What animal can we find on the coat of arms of the Atletico Madrid Football Club? An eagle, a bear, or a lion? A bear. Which country came second in the FIFA World Cup in Russia 2018 and third in Qatar 2022? Argentina, France, or Croatia? Croatia. And let's move on to powerful people. Which famous actress's dress did Kim Kardashian wear to the Met Gala? Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe, or Audrey Hepburn? Marilyn Monroe. Whose wedding dress did J-Lo wear to the wedding of the year with Ben Affleck? Rachel Green also worked for the same designer. Ralph Lauren, Carolina Herrera, or Vera Wang? Ralph Lauren. The life of which Cuban-born singer is the plot of the jukebox musical On Your Feet from 2015? Rihanna, Shakira, or Gloria Estefan? Gloria Estefan. Which famous British TV chef made the public laugh by pronouncing microwave as microwave? Nigel Lawson, Delia Smith, or Mary Berry? Nigella Lawson. Which famous couple from the Great Depression did Jay-Z and Beyonce cover in their 2003 hit? John Dillinger and Billy Frechette, Al and May Capone, or Bonnie and Clyde? Bonnie and Clyde. George Harrison dedicated Something to Hear, and Eric Clapton dedicated Wonderful Tonight and Layla. Which English model was the wife and rock and roll muse of these greats? Twiggy, Patty Boyd, or Jean Shrimpton? Patty Boyd. The singer and guitarist born John Anthony Gillis took his wife's last name after marriage, under which they later became famous when they released an album as a duo in 2001, is part of the garage rock revival scene. What surname is it? White, black, or brown? White. By which mononym is Barbara Millicent Roberts better known? Emily, Barbie, or Cindy? Barbie. What is the name of the most famous American judge? Judy, Simon, or Mary? And that would be Judy. Which Russian oligarch has the largest collection of Fabergé eggs? Viktor Vekselberg, Roman Abramovich, or Mikhail Prokhorov? Viktor Vekselberg. For American model Kaya Jordan Gerber, it can be rightly said that the apple does not fall far from the tree. She is the daughter of which famous model? Gisele Bündchen, Heidi Klum, or Cindy Crawford? Cindy Crawford. Who wrote the rap musical about Alexander Hamilton, songs for the cartoon Moana, acted in the sequel to Mary Poppins, and appears in the series His Dark Matter in the role of Lee Scoresby? Lin-Manuel Miranda, Andrew Lloyd Webber, or Stephen Sondheim? Lin-Manuel Miranda. What was the name of William Shakespeare's wife, if we know that she shares name and surname with the actress known for her roles in The Devil Wears Prada, Interstellar, and Les Miserables? Emily Blunt, Jessica Chastain, or Anne Hathaway? Anne Hathaway. Patrick Swayze said nobody puts baby in the corner in one of the most famous movie scenes of all time. What was the real personal name of the role played by Jennifer Grey? Molly Jensen, Frances Houseman, or Francesca Cook? Frances Houseman. Question 90. Which British singer used a media controversy surrounding his arrest for drug possession to publicly discuss his sexuality and announce to his fans that he is gay? George Michael, Freddie Mercury, or Elton John? George Michael. And to our mystery round. What is the name of the Catholic order founded by Mother Teresa in Calcutta in 1950, whose members wear white dresses with blue stripes? Sisters of Mercy, Daughters of Charity, or Missionaries of Charity? Missionaries of Charity. Which James Bond villain shares last name with Hungarian architect Erno, who operated in London and with whom Ian Fleming had disagreements? Blofeld, Goldfinger, or Dr. No? Goldfinger. Which Rochester-based company held a dominant position in the world market of photographic film, but struggled with the shift to digitalization, leading to its bankruptcy in 2012? Fujifilm, Polaroid, or Kodak? Kodak. What is the name of the decorating technique in which napkins and pictures are glued to wooden objects and then coated with layers of varnish? Decoupage, embroidery, or quilting? Decoupage. In the 1930s, which company hired the agency N.W. Ayer & Son to promote the idea that a diamond ring must be given as a gift during an engagement, thereby boosting sales? Tiffany & Company, Cartier, or De Beers? De Beers. The Kingdom of Italy was founded in 1861. Which city was its capital in the first years of its existence before Rome? Milan, Turin, or Venice? Turin. The maxilla is the upper part and mandible the lower part of which bone in the human body? Femur, humerus, or skull? The skull. Question 98. Sodium chloride is the most commonly used sodium compound in our kitchens and is in second place sodium bicarbonate, more popularly called what? Vinegar, baking soda, or washing soda? Baking soda. What is the name of the soil science that studies the composition and structure of soil? Geology, pedology, or agronomy? Pedology. Amazon's Alexa, Apple's Siri, Microsoft's Cortana, and what is the very simple name of Google's virtual assistant? Google Voice, Google AI, or Google Assistant? Google Assistant. And those were our 100 questions. Here is our bonus question. What is the largest lake in Europe? Let us know the answer in the comments. And of course, don't forget to tell us how you ranked with our Quiz Class Einstein rewards. And as always, thanks for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.